What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. The topic today is sales. Everyone is in the business of sales. Whether you like it or not, we are all selling something. Whether that's directly selling a product or a service for our company or jobs, or just selling ourselves to be the right person to keep the job or to get a job, or selling our ideas to influence those in our personal lives. We are all in the business of sales. And with more and more people interested in working for themselves outside the traditional job models, many people who are great with their technical skill of something are now putting on a sales hat to sell their expertise as a service directly to their customers. So sales skills are more important than they have ever been, and people don't prioritize them like they should, and you can tell. In my entire life of being a sales guy, I've noticed the bad rap that sales gets. So let's first talk about sales as an image and why I think people don't spend the time to even learn sales, why they think it's not important on top of the being good at their technical part of what they're trying to sell. Everyone, when approaching sales or thinking about sales, imagines the cheesy used car salesman who uses pushy techniques and only thinks about himself to make his commissions and will overcharge or lie and deceive and set false expectations and all sorts of things that go against human decency in relationships. And I think that's what keeps people away. It makes them feel dirty and icky about sales as a concept. And that part is key to the broken image, the violation of human decency, because the traditional bad image of a sales guy is a one-time transaction that both parties have to go into cautiously and make sure that they don't get screwed. And fortunately, though, the laws of the universe, like reciprocity and honesty, they don't just completely go away. So these short-sighted salespeople have short careers, and the person who cares for his customer the most will, and maybe loses up front, will over time win the most and over time be the most successful. So successful selling then becomes, and would be better imagined as, someone who helps you make a decision you need to make and delivers greater value than what it costs for you to use them in helping you go through the process of purchasing something, and then maybe even implementing what you purchase. Sales is a service, and it would be better imagined as that. A salesperson who lasts the length of time without having to switch jobs or industries even is someone who views his clients as someone to care for and provide guidance to. Sales is about helping you and advancing you as a customer through your purchasing journey by providing the answers and solutions to the questions that you are considering at each step. And sometimes that means the product or the service that's being offered by that particular salesperson isn't the right fit for that particular customer. And that's fine too, because in the grand scheme of things, that honesty pays you back over time with referrals and repeat business. So now that I have made a case for why sales is actually a respectable and required function and something that we all have to do, instead of telling you how to sell, I wanted to use Charlie Munger's inversion theory and tell you all the things to do if you didn't want to make a sale. If you wanted to be bad at sales and continue to keep this bad image in your mind and never approach it properly. Continue to try to sell what you do and you think you can do it naturally without paying respect to the human psyche and the process that a person needs to go through when they're buying something. So if you don't want to make a sale, the first wrong thing you can do is talk to wrong people all the time. Don't qualify them. Just assume that whoever you're talking to is the right person, who is in the right place in the right time in their life to take advantage of your offer. And also assume that they are the right person to implement and succeed with what you are selling. Definitely don't ask them if they can even make the final decision on buying what you are selling. Ignore all their partners and spouses that take part in their decision-making process. Completely ignore their situation altogether. Just waste your time talking to everyone without doing any initial inquiry or filtering to know if the person that you are going to talk to is actually a good fit or not. Just throw a wide net and tell yourself to play the numbers game and catch what you catch. Get burnt out pitching to everyone with a pulse. Feel horrible about yourself because you're so bad at closing the deal and just ignore the fact that you're spending your energy fishing for sharks in a neighborhood pond. And then, by chance, if you do get in front of the right person, talk the whole time. The entire time you should be talking. Assume that you know everything about the person that you're talking to and their problems. Don't ask them any questions. Treat everyone like they're the same. Don't make them feel heard or make them feel understood at all. Just assume everything you need to know about them and push your agenda. And then while you're doing that, it would help even more to feel entitled that they should see you as an authority. Add that to not knowing enough about their problems. Ignore the fact that you might not actually be an authority in providing solutions to their specific problem because you haven't really figured it out. You haven't asked them any questions. And even if you are even a good solution to their problem, don't do any upfront work to make them aware of how you have helped people just like them, even if it is the right person. Don't address their fears or hesitations at all. Don't share any testimonials. Don't share any case studies or your portfolio or any personal brand. Don't even do that. Don't even build those. Just go in cold and hard and belittle them for not knowing how good you are at helping people just like them. Again, just don't ask any questions at all. Ignore their history, their prior knowledge or experiences. Don't guide them at all. Don't be a resource or help answer any of their questions to make them feel informed and if they are making the right decision. Hurt their ego while you're at it. Just assume that you know everything about them. Don't gauge their level of development or understanding at all. Scoff at the idea of them having any intelligence or independent thinking. Make it seem impossible for someone like them to ever be able to solve their own problems without your help. Make them feel like you are their only way out. And then make grand promises. Boast about how quickly and how easily you can get them to somewhere that they haven't been able to get themselves. Make them feel even worse about all their efforts and possible failures along all the things that they might have tried that you never bothered to ask about. Tell them that you have the secret sauce. Make them feel inadequate. Make them feel bad about how much they have wasted their time and their effort. How all they needed was you. And now that they have found you, you will fix all their problems in a blink of an eye, without effort, quickly, painlessly, with no chance of future failures under your guidance. And then, double down and oversell your solution. Add all this up, not having learned enough about their problems, belittling their entire existence and everything up until the point that they have met you, and now, oversell. Get them to feel the pressure of making the decision or else they go back to their life of misery. Elevate your exclusiveness. Compromise their decision-making process completely. Pressure them into agreeing. And definitely try to leave them with remorse if they do buy so that they can feel bad about themselves for the next 2 weeks and be ashamed to tell their friends and their family about their purchase that they barely even understood and or were even convinced that it was the right solution for them and now they feel taken advantage of. Just worry for yourself about getting the sale, no matter what. Push and deceive and lie and cheat by all means. And if all else fails, try and at least get a deposit. The whole time, just talk about yourself. Be boastful. Don't listen. Be overly technical and use jargon. Make the prospect feel stupid and small. Be long-winded and tell irrelevant stories. Compare them to other people and assume they have the same goals. Just act like you are the best thing out there that have ever existed. This is the best way to sell. Now play this back and do the opposite of everything I said, and you have the recipe for a long career in sales. Sales, like anything in life, respects and is subordinate to honor. Stay true, my friends. I love you always. I'll see you on the next show.